Perfect. Right. How do you take better photographs instantly and make everything you're doing more interesting? That's the topic for today. It's how do you get from a photograph like this and instantly transition to a photograph like this without too much effort. And all it takes is a change in mindset. This does require some setups and everything that I'm not really going to go into, but more importantly, it requires just you changing the way you think about whatever it is that you're shooting it, be it video or photo. Creating an interesting photograph is actually very easy. It follows two rules that I believe very strongly. The first is, do not take the shot everyone else is taking. If you get like this landscape and it's a beautiful landscape and everybody's doing it, if you see other photographers around you at the same spot, you're all going to end up with very similar, if not the same shot. And that's worthless to you as a photographer. So my first tip is, see what everyone else is doing and don't do that. Find a different way, a different perspective of photographing or videoing the exact same thing. So rule number one is do your research and create new perspectives. Rule number two is how do you take an ordinary object and make it do something extraordinary? By that I mean, all of us are used to, if I take this lens and I place it there in my hand, it's not going to go anywhere unless it drops or balanced or something like that. But it's actually making me very nervous right now. But say I made this lens do something extraordinary, like hover in my hand. That all came from the idea of how do I make this ordinary object more interesting? The same with the deck of cards. Anybody can take a shot of a deck of cards, lit well, against some sort of backdrop, you know. And I'll even put a photograph of mine up here of this very same deck of cards that I shot and put in a video last week. So you can see in this shot here, yeah, it's going through the trees and it looks good and pretty and all that, but it's nowhere near as interesting as this shot where it's just hovering, where it's just floating, okay? So that's what I need you to think about. If you're going to be thinking, I want to make something non-cliche or I want to make something interesting, think about it. How do I make this ordinary object behave extraordinarily? That's it. That and just not doing what everyone else does. You can do it really easily today, right now, right after watching this video. Right after watching this video, subscribing, liking, commenting, all of that, and then you get to do it. But think about it. If you're going to shoot something, how are you going to shoot it in a way that makes that situation, the entire premise of that shot, more interesting? Anyway, that's what I'm going to leave you with. And again, if you like what I've done, subscribe, comment, all those lovely things. And let's just see what happens. You know, I would love it if you followed me on Instagram, link in the below, and just tell me if you've done anything. And if you want to see different types of content, let me know. Leave a comment of what you'd like to see as well. Sorry, where I live, there's just an airport, and I don't know if you can hear that. Every 30 seconds there's a plane. So recording this, it takes so many takes. I'm really sorry. But anyway, that's just it. I wonder what I'm gonna do for the next video. Maybe a tutorial on levitating stuff. Maybe floating stuff. Where's my dog?